everyone, this is Sandra at Spirit of Avalon. So today we're going to have a look at the Fairy Forest Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish. Now this is not a new publication, but it's new to me. I think this used to be in the glossy cardstock, but of course Blue Angel have switched a lot of their decks, if not all of them, to the more matte cardstock, which I really like. So this I love. Look at the front of this box. So it says an Oracle of the Wild Green World. Here are some of the pictures on the back. And it says, the fairy forest, a legendary green world, is older than human history, more ancient than language, and its energy is gathering once again to reawaken us all. This is a realm where the ancient ones dwell, and their guidance is needed now more than ever before. With this oracle, Lucy Cavendish guides you through the gateways and leads you to the path of the green world, where the beings of the fairy forest can offer you their insights, revelations, and natural wild wisdoms. Discover goddesses, gods, fairies, witches, wise ones and wizards, powerful, trustworthy ancients and allies, devoted to nurturing the wisdom that lies deep within your heart, your ancestry, your soul. Featuring the lavish sensual paintings of acclaimed fairy artist Maxine Gadd, written by author and witch Lucy Cavendish, the fairy forest is a feast for anyone seeking genuine guidance, healing, and a reconnection to the path of beauty, magic, truth, and enchantment. So it sounds just brilliant, doesn't it? And it's a nice sturdy box, 2-part, with thumb cutouts, and it's nice green inside. So really nice, decent box. So we have a guidebook too, quite nice. Look at this on the back. There is a pleasure in the pathless woods. There is a rapture on the lonely shore. There is society where none intrudes. By the deep sea and music in its roar, I love not man the less, but nature more. That's Lord Byron. Love that. So, how many pages are we looking at? This is just advertising some of her other decks. So it's 129 pages altogether. So we have a dedication. We have contents here, which is the path into the fairy forest, how to work with the fairy forest oracle, and then we go into the cards. Of which there are 45, and then we've got a little bit about the author and the artist. So look at this. Oh, can you imagine? I used to, when I was a kid, my dad used to take us often into the woods to walk, like deep into the woods. And you'd think we'd think we were lost, but we weren't. He knew where he was going, and I always thought, wouldn't it be brilliant if you came across a tree with a door in it? Oh my god, I always used to look for things like that. Fairy doors, fairy toadstools, all sorts of things like that. So this is the path into the forest. A little bit there. Then we have enter the great tree, the gateway to the fairy forest. Oh god, wouldn't you love to enter the great tree? Who dwells in this fairy forest? Working with this oracle, can I read the cards for myself? A card a day, the path to knowledge, resisting the message. Bonding with the beings of the fairy forest, the unique qualities of this deck. I love that, bonding with the beings. Fairy forest. What do reversed cards mean? If another person handles my deck, will their energy be transferred to my cards? How to work with the fairy forest. Blessing and connecting with your cards, dedicating your deck to a magical purpose, setting the space for your readings with the fairy forest, shuffling, keeping your readings flowing pure and in integrity, And then we have spreads and layouts. We have a 3 card, we have the Celtic Cross, the Cycles of the Moon spread. We have the Fairy Forest Tree spread, that would be cool. And then we go into the cards. Look at that, look at the artwork, so good. So you have a small black and white picture of the card, the number, the name, some keywords, and then like a little write-up. So about a page or just over for each one. So yeah, quite a nice little book. Quite a bit of information in there really. So let's take a look at the cards. So these are the backs. Look, oh my god, I love the backs of these. Of course I would love the backs of these. It's a door into a tree. God, you could just transport yourself. Mind you, I could probably do path working with this, with the back of the card. Anyway, let's have a look at the cards. And I can imagine that I can use a couple of different tarot decks with this. I could use the Enchanted Tarot of the Enchanted Forest, or Enchanted Forest Tarot. I always get it round the wrong way, but you know the one I mean. One of my favourites. I could use the Wildwood Tarot with this. Probably could use Druidcraft. You know, there's a few that could be used with this, so that's cool, because I want to start doing that, because I've seen quite a few people you know, put decks together, and I know Candy over at Candy Soul and Soil often does that, and it seems to work so well. So here we've got number 1, Cunning Woman, Silent, Observant, Wily. Look at her. We have Jura, Healer, Nourishment, Nurture. It's amazing. You can just imagine, I can almost imagine her head suddenly turning. She looks like really real. Sorceress, Rituals, Power, Will. I love all the ivy and things over her head. Shapeshifter, Transformation, Primal Wisdom, Instinct. The Hedge Witch. And so these cards are nice thick cardstock, and it's matte with just a slight sort of reflection to it, but it's definitely matte. It's just a little bit of a sheen, but it's really nice. It's got that silky, almost rose petal finish, but not quite. It won't stick like some of those cards do. So this is Hedge Witch, Herb Wisdom, Secrets, Hidden Lore. Atheling, Nobility, Grace, Gratitude. The Green Witch, oh my god, I love that. Fresh, New and Spring. Look at her hat. It's even got like little mushrooms growing on it. So cool. Elven Touch, Recovery, Comeback, Revival. It's lovely. It's very wintry looking too, isn't it? The Wild Hunt, Excitement, Frenzy, Journey. Her ears. Astrild, so this is the card from the front of the box. Love, Fire, Sensuality and Fertility. Very autumnal looking. Ooh, look at this one, Ragnarok. Destruction, Ending, Final Moment. And anybody that's kind of into Norse mythology will know what Ragnarok is, or is supposed to mean. Frigga. Readiness, Bounty, Plenty. again very autumnal looking. The Elf Queen, introverted, burden, responsibility. I love that, it's so cool. It's okay, it's just my phone, just ignore it guys. And just carry on. It always happens when I'm filming, so we'll just ignore it. I thought I put it on silent, but obviously I didn't. Anyway, this is Initiate. So we've got, look at this little squirrel guy peering out there as well. That's so cool. So it's curiosity, open and warm. You've got some greenery as well as like the autumn leaves. The Wizard, look at this. That's so cool, look at him. Rune King, Wise One, Counsellor. Soulkin, recognition, family, kinship. Cute baby. Isa, stillness, pause, delicacy. Wow, look at this one. Elf struck, enchanted, beguiled, enspelled. That one really kind of comes out of the card at me, as does this one. The Trickster, deceit, betrayal, guile. She reminds me, if anybody watches, I can't remember if it's Marvel, I think it's DC comics, films, or Batman, any of those type of things, like Poison Ivy. The Unseelie Queen. So this will be the Unseelie Court. Glamour, opulence, hubris. So you have the Seelie and the Unseelie Court in the Fae world. Bloodmouth. Bloodmouth. Blood month. Sacrifice, offerings, decision. Oath, promise, pledge, contract. That's a lovely colour with this kind of lilac colouring behind. Oh, look at him. Freer, abundance, peace, contentment. I love that. The Solitary, dedication, self-love, focus. Got the Weaver, fate, destiny, weird. The Merciful One, compassion, release, relief. Salu, vitality, health and energy. The Dreamer, visions, trance, apparitions. Before the Gathering, celebration, anticipation, event. Love all these trees in the background, and it's like she's like literally like a part of that. Her costume even looks a bit like bark, doesn't it? She Who Laughs, humour, perspective, mirth. I love that one. The Faery Norn, planning, patience, cooperation. Fairy Godmother, revelation, discovery, epiphany. Volva, prophecy, guidance, direction. course, I love this one. The Green Man. Initiative, fertilisation, action. And the Green Man has come to me a few times in meditation, even at Glastonbury a couple of times. So, you know, it is a figure that I do really connect with. The Life Bringer. Establishment, growth, fulfillment. It's almost like a green woman, isn't it? The Yule Singer. Rebirth, feasting, joy. That's lovely. The Mabon. Shining, hope and future. The Sigil Keeper. Symbols, signs, messages. I love that. Look, you've got like a frog or toad here, a snake. Is that a spider? Or just leaves or something? See, this is another thing where you could look into this card and probably see things. That looks like the beak and partial head of a bird. King of the Darkwood Elves. Oh, look at him. Queen of the Darkwood Elves. She's very cool too. Arwen. Gift, divine inspiration, awakening. Bliss. Contentment, satisfaction, security. The Golden Unicorn. Protector, guardian, champion. Otherworld. Veil, illness, transition. And then we have the Ancient, elder, experience, lessons. So that is the complete deck, guys. It's lovely, and you know, this was one of my Christmas gifts, as you probably saw if you watched my Christmas like haul video, and this one was a gift from Simon. So you know, really lovely. I absolutely love it. As I said, it will go well with quite a few decks, and also with the other deck that he got me, which is Tarot of Mystical Moments. So the two, I think, would go together well as well. So yeah, and I hope everyone's doing well. I was doing a bit of a crafty session this morning. First time I've tried doing this, but it's actually come out okay. I just wanted like a plain wooden box, a large sort of wooden box that I could put at the back of my altar, so it gives it like a step up, so it would give me a bit more space, and also it'd be useful for putting things in. So I just got one of these like cheap or cheapish boxes that are just not painted or anything, and I got some wax. It's wax, but it also dyes the box whatever colour you choose. It's called Bry Wax, I think it was called, and what I used was Tudor oak, so it stains it a different colour, because the box was very, very pale coloured, almost white in colour, and I've done it in this Tudor oak, and it's just drying at the moment. I've put all the wax on it, and I have rubbed it down and sort of shined it up a bit, but it needs to dry a bit more, and then I might show you guys. I haven't waxed the inside of it, so that's still the light colour, because I thought it might be easier, because if it's light light coloured inside, it'll be easier to see what's in it. So yeah, because I'm going to be completely revamping my altar area totally. So I'm waiting on things. I can't, obviously, you know, there's things that I need to be able to do it, but I can't buy everything at once. So I'm buying things gradually. I mean, it's not loads that I need, it's just a couple of things to get it to look the way that I want it to. So and when that's done, I'll show you guys that. So yeah, so anyway, that was the Fairy Forest Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and artwork by Maxine Gadd. I hope you enjoyed seeing that, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.